you will need beef mince, doesn't have to be that big, some oil of some sort, doesn't really matter, an onion, a tin of chopped tomatoes, a tin of red kidney beans, preferably in chili sauce, but doesn't matter if it's not, some tomato sauce, some excuse me, oh god, chili powder, and some cumin and some salt. Optional: garlic, red pepper, sour cream, guacamole, chips and custard tarts. Okay, let's go. First off, we're going to cook the mince. Okay, so to begin with, it's going to look like this, and I put a little bit of oil, not you know, it's about a little sprinkling of oil around the side, nothing major. I'm going to use a tool. It's going to break up the mince a bit. It's on a full heat. And I'm just going to cook that until, fry it, and just move it around a bit now and again until it's all brown. And then what we're going to do once it's brown, we're going to drain off the excess fat. A, because it's a lot healthier. You don't have to do this. A lot of people would probably leave the fat. I drain it off because it's a lot healthier, and if you're anything like me, it'll give you terrible heartburn. So I'm going to cook it and then drain off the fat and put the meat to one side. Join me in a minute. Okay, so here we are a few minutes later, and this is minced brown. It doesn't have to be, you know, you've got the odd pink bit in there, that's okay. It doesn't have to be all brown, don't worry about that. The main bit is most of the fat is now liquid, and we can drain it off. It's very hard to do one-handed. But what I usually do is I use something like a strainer or something like this, and I will just very carefully pour it into whatever the mince came into. But it will be careful because it will start to not melt it, but it'll deform it. But it's just handy to throw it all the way like that. If you put it straight down the sink, it can solidify and block the sink, so it's probably best to put it into a bowl or something like that. But you want to drain off the majority. It doesn't have to be every bit, just the majority of the fat. And we're going to do that now, and I'll show you. Okay, so now you can see this is all the fat's come out, and the thing's already started to deform and go flat. But I'm just going to put that and let it cool down, and then it can just be chucked in the bin, which is great. So now I've got my mince without the fat, or most of the fat at least, and I'm just going to take a little bit of salt, just like a little pinch of salt. I'm just going to season that a little with a little bit of salt. Probably there'll be more salt later, but just a little bit. Then I'm going to put that to one side in a sort of bowl or something. I'm going to put the mince in that, and stage two. Okay, so I've got a chopped onion. You'll have a jar of garlic, so you don't need that. So I've got a chopped onion. I've got some oil in the pan. And put that in there, and just let that fry the onion. You can add it, you can bulk it out a bit with red peppers. You don't have to add red peppers, but I'm going to add red pepper to this. Okay, so there's my onions, red peppers. Now, I've not added garlic at this point, because garlic, if you overcook garlic and it burns, if you over fry garlic, it gets quite bitter. So I want to cook these off just for I don't know, about 3 or 4 minutes, just to start going a bit soft, and then I will add the garlic, and then I'll show you what to do after that. Okay, so it's been about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm going to add my garlic. You're going to add your garlic paste. Now I'm also, this is where we're going to, I'll tell you what, this is where we're going to add our cumin. So cumin, powdered cumin. You don't want the seeds, get powdered cumin, and about a teaspoonful. So here we go. It's the cumin. This is what gives chili not its heat, but this is how you know it's something kind of Mexican-y. Chili, a tricky one. I'm using hot chili. I think we brought you some hot chili powder, and I would try half a teaspoon and see, and then remember that next time you can add more or less depending on what you thought it was like. Now I'm just going to stir all that, you're stirring it, I'm just going to do it because I can't do it with 2 hands. I'm going to stir all that together, get all those spices mixed together, and then we're going to add our beef that we cooked earlier. And then we're just going to mix all that together. Is it got in? Yes, it is. Now I'm going to add some salt. Hard to see, is it? It's probably about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Again, you'll learn whether it's too bland or not, I don't know. But you'll have to try it, remember how much it was, and reduce it and cook it next time. Next we've got our chopped or finely chopped or just normal chopped tomatoes. I just find chopped tomatoes a lot easier. What I would do is cold water to about here, a little bit, so just about up to here on the tin, where my bottom of my thumb is, just a little bit, just to swirl it around. And just stir that in. Now here's a weird one, I forgot to tell you we need some sugar. In a perfect world I'd use that sticky brown sugar, but white sugar will do. A teaspoon of sugar. Yes, it's a real thing. Tomato sauce, how much? You can, in my view, never have too much, but right. This is how much I'm going to put in. And then you can do is taste it and then see if you need more later at the end. Now I'm going to add in my red kidney beans. These in chilli sauce, so I can just add them. If it was not in chilli sauce, you'll have to drain them, give it a quick little rinse out and drain them. But if it's in chilli sauce, you're trying to add the whole lot. And here we are, and left-handed. I'm going to, God, it's so hard to do. How do YouTubers do it? I'm just stirring all that in now, and then we're going to let it simmer for, I would say, a chilli, the longer you let it simmer, the better. I think you're going to give it at least 20 minutes. But if you can leave it longer, I would. I mean, just let it slow simmer for as long as possible. It just gets tastier and tastier. But then you want to taste it and check to see if it needs more salt or chili if it's too not spicy enough, or tomato sauce if it's just tasting like it's lacking something. And then of course you make some rice or tortillas, whatever, to go with it. You can. If you want a vegetarian version, you just swap out your vegetarian friend and just get some meat. Or I suppose if you think must, then at the same time you added the cooked meat here, you'd add corn, or you can not have meat or corn and just put loads of like chunky veg in, and the same process. Yeah, but I'm telling you, from this point now here, it's really smelling proper like a chili now. It's proper Mexican, and that's the cumin. The cumin and garlic give it the proper sort of tasty, there's a Mexican going on kind of smell. There's much more refined versions of this. You have fresh coriander, all the rest of it, but this is a basic chili, and see how it goes. Isn't it? Right, let's just get that simmering and come back to it. Right, so there he is on a gentle little bubble. It's not fizzling, it's not burning the bottom of it, it's just a gentle little bubble. I'm going to let it gently bubble away for about at least 20 minutes, ideally longer. We're giving it a few stirs while it's cooking to make sure it doesn't catch on the bottom. The important thing with the chili now is to taste it, make sure, see if you need, if it tastes too bland, kind of just watery, then you might need some more salt. If it just adds lacking depth, and it just kind of tastes about one-dimensional, then you might need some more chili sauce, tomato sauce. If it's just not hot enough, add some more. You can add some more chili, stir it in. I ended up adding, I did about, I'm forgetting how much, about half a teaspoon of chili powder, hot chili powder. I ended up putting about a teaspoon of hot chili powder in this, and I wouldn't say it's a hot one. So I would say try a teaspoon, not a heaped teaspoon, just a normal teaspoon, and see how you go from there. But I think you might want to, if you want a bit more sort of like oomphy, then try a bit more. Okay, so I'll probably show you a picture of it before it's all dished up. Ideally, I would always have this with guacamole and sour cream and some chips on the side. There, take it or leave it. But on that, hopefully, that helps you do a chili. Thank you for cooking with Gaz. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy eating the lovely tasty food I'm sure you'll make. bye for now. So ciao for now. That's should be my catchphrase. Ciao for now. Bye.